me. And what's up to that have been here riding out with me from day one to do a reading with my Oracle deck um, avatar in the city, which you can find on my website. But this week, I really wanted to continue to stay on schedule with the fairy alchemy membership stuff, like the Patreon and my YouTube membership. Please forgive me, but I had an emergency and I had to like move out of my Airbnb that I was in. Um, Me and my Airbnb host kind of got into it about nothing. Really, she couldn't take any more of my light. Literally shining a light on her ego, and I guess where she needs to heal. Um, and usually when I'm around people, this is why I like to be by myself. But when spirit has it so that I'm around someone intensely, that's usually what it's for, like to shine a light on them. And I don't take any of it personal. It used to make me really nervous and afraid, but now I know that's just part of my energy signature. Like, that's what I do for people. You know, I give them an opportunity to rise in consciousness, because usually it's not people who are not here to face their shadows and grow. It's people that be at a crossroads and needing to make a decision. And sometimes people are aware enough of the energies I bring, and we have discussions about these things. But sometimes people aren't. And even if they are, that doesn't mean that they can handle being in my light. But anyway, I was getting a download to tell you guys about staying in alignment, staying in a frequency, staying in the frequency that you want to embody for long periods of time. You know, it's really important. That's why I made the Patreon. That's why I made the YouTube membership. Really, the Fairy Alchemy, the Fairy Club is about staying in alignment, staying in frequency. Because unless you do, you're not going to manifest the frequency within yourself first. You have to become whatever it is that you're trying to see or manifest. You have to see it for yourself and you have to become it. So let's look at some messages about staying in alignment, being in alignment, staying in frequency. I don't know where I'm gonna put this. So the cards in the middle are the main character, okay, and also Tangier. This is kind of what we're talking about. So the main character card in this deck is just that. This is this card. I just card based off of a Janet Jackson video, that you want this video. You know, it's just kind of like what whoever you're being within yourself, You're telling the universe that this is what you want, and you'll get more of it when you stay in this space. But you can't wait until you get what you want and then I'll change. It doesn't work that way. And that's how people end up a failure, and insecure, even if they have $1 million, because they're waiting on something on the outside of them to make them feel a certain way, and nothing on the outside of you has that power. You're essentially, if you're doing that, you always feel out of alignment, and you're not going to be able to keep anything that you manifest. It's always going to fall apart. Okay. So also have Tangier, which is about visualizing. So we have the embodiment of your main character and then visualizing what you want. So the spirit realm really wants you to pack a powerful punch here, because if you do both of these things, you are sure to show up and manifest exactly what you want. Hold on, I'm gonna change mics. I have to. This is getting on my nerves. Okay, I'm bad. Okay, better. So yeah, you're meant to pack a powerful punch here. They really want feel like it's time. It's kind of like let's just keep going. Very alchemist, staying in alignment. So some of you have a really hard time with this. You have a hard time with the fact that you are um, a main character in your story. Okay, this is where the alchemy comes in. You have a hard time embodying this energy. You really can't believe all the way that you are who you think you are, that you can be who you actually want to be. And it takes practice. You're not going to just kind of like
Go from thinking negatively about yourself, go from like not liking yourself, not liking your life, to waking up in the morning and all of a sudden enjoying who you are in your being. Okay. So you have to practice this. Yeah. And my Patreon and my YouTube membership is just for that. We're practicing being the change we want to see in our own lives. It's not for the world, it's for yourself. It's not just for your first mission, your first call and line of duty is you. You're always going to be your first client. So say you know you're here to be a healer and you're here to help the planet or whatever. The first person you're always going to help, like Chiron, like the wounded healer, is you. That's because you have to have that experience within yourself in order to know what you're talking about. And some of you kind of get stuck um, in rumination of the past and your old story, your old history, and y'all don't really understand the work that needs to be done completely because you haven't done it. You don't allow yourself to fully go into it. You spend too much time like going back and forth and having a wishy washy, wibble wobbly um, frequency. And you need to figure out a way to stay in frequency for longer periods of time than you guys are doing. Clotting the wound, okay? And sing your karmic song, okay? That's an interesting message. And fruity mukbang. Okay, the message that I'm getting is that some of you feel like because of your past, you don't deserve to experience good things. Uh, okay, yeah. Some of you guys believe that because of your past and because of your wounds that nobody will listen to you, that you that the work you're doing is somehow in vain, like you're not doing enough. Like no one's going to believe you. You have this fear. No one, like with coming from your past and being who you are, you know, say you are here to do vocal baths and channel or whatever. You're holding your past against yourself. Other people aren't doing that to you. You need to know that. You need to embrace your shadow. You need to embrace your wounds. It's part of your story. It's part of your testimony. It's part of what makes you magical. It's actually part of your cosmic song. You don't have to be somebody else in order to be who you are. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like try to get rid of your wounds and the impact it had on you. Actually make it part of your story. Share it. And yeah, some people are going to hold it against you. You know, um, this world is weird in that way. Like I have lots of clients, right, and who are in various stages of their ascension process and their human development and their emotional intelligence. And there are times where I know that even though they know that I'm chosen to help them ascend,
that because I'm so open and honest with my struggles, and I do it on purpose, because I don't hide anything, I don't hide who I am, and I don't try to act spiritual or wear a spiritual suit or whatever so that people will like me more or accept me more in this space. Because I'm not supposed to do that, you know, that's not really me being me. And spirit doesn't expect anyone to get rid of their humanness, their personality or identity, who they are, in order to do the Lord's work. Now, there's a time and a place for everything. So you use your wisdom and discernment, you know, and but for the most part, you show up and come as you are. That's how God really honestly feels. The world creates these titles, these rules, how you should look, what skin color you should have, where you should be from, who you should be married to or not married to. I'm just thinking about Yeshua and how, because he wasn't married, they wouldn't accept him as a rabbi in the temples, even though everybody in the community was starting to call him rabbi, rabbi, rabbi. The Pharisees and the Sadducees were like, he doesn't deserve that title. He doesn't have this. He didn't do that. You know, he's not married. He's not this. You know, and the spirit realm and people who love the truth could see very clearly that this man was a divine teacher. So who cares about their titles and their rules? And so you don't have to hide your wounds in order to kick it. And none of the work that you're doing is in vain. Like, you don't have to hide your light because you have wounds. That's some narcissistic supply BS, like some scapegoat type. It's like, and you know, when you grow up with narcissistic family in a narcissistic family system, the narcissist will keep you in this holding place to where you're always going to forever be a bad person, no matter what you do. You know, you can never redeem yourself. You're never forgiven. You could have stolen a pen off of a narcissist's desk, and now all of your life you're a thief. It's nonsensical. And so if people want to hold your past to the fire and use it against you, and make it so that they don't have any faith in you because of your wounds, that's their problem. And that's something that you need to alchemize. So come on and join the Patreon. Come on and join, because you need to stay focused. It's about staying focused. And I know this stuff is like medicine. It's not. My energy makes things fun. I make worksheets and I make things a cartoon and I make things musical. You know, that's my divine imprint. But I know doing alchemical work and going into those spaces isn't ideal ideal for the ego. It's very uncomfortable because of what the ego feels like it's going to lose and give up, as far as like your image and just maybe even to yourself. It's like, who am I going to be if I become this expansive, beautiful goddess or god? Like, who is this person? Because I'm looking at this reading and it's like, on the inside you know who you are, but it has not come forth on the outside yet. And that's what you're being called to alchemize. Get in alignment. You can't run from love. You know you can't run from love. You know you can't run. This is a rising from the phoenix type energy. This is a witch that they tried to burn at the stake and they could not kill her soul. She's come to rise again in a past life and she's even more powerful than she was before. And this is up underneath plotting the wound here. This is up underneath plotting the wound. You can't run from love. This is a call for you to just use your wounds as your base level, as your base metal to alchemize and to rise in consciousness. That's all it's for. It's not to condemn you or to be a part of your story for the rest of your life. Do you know as the higher you ascend from my personal experience, I'm forgetting my story. That's true forgiveness. You start to forget your old story. It starts to not mean anything to you. One day, if you stay focused and you stay consistent, you won't even remember this old version of yourself. You won't. You'll be too busy having your adventure. And I know that's what y'all want. You want to have an adventure. Composting. Okay? And this is underneath singing your cosmic song. So you might feel like your story is trash or whatever. Like it doesn't sit well with you. You don't like it. It's like you have your own internal critic here. And again, this energy of turning nothing or turning of something basic or something undesirable and using it. All energy is usable. And that's what the alchemical process is about. It's about not you can't get rid of the energy. Like some people wish that they can like smoke it away, fuck it away, drink it away, you know, sleep it away, fantasize it away. You can't get rid of energy. You have to use it or it will use you, you know. And so some of you may feel like taken over by your story, by your life, by your pain, by your wounds, and like you like when you wake up in the morning you feel it, like when you so you're not necessarily looking to go into a healing process because some of you already know that it can be very intense. But the way that I work with people and work with energy, I make it fun. I do. I make it fun. I mean, this oracle deck that I created, Avatar in the City, is all about um, it's like making the process is very magical. The alchemical process that we all go through is very magical, and I turn it into something practical, um, sustainable, and I break it down into like bite-sized steps because you're not going to do it all at once. And I know everybody wants to get out of the discomfort in one day, but if you're consistent for at least a week, a few days even, you'll start to see a difference. Because that's really what people really want at the end of the day is to feel better. It's not the money, the relationship, the traveling or whatever. You want what how you think is going to make you feel. It's really what you're after. Let's see. Let's pull another card. Whoop. Okay, so black hole is coming out reverse. Black hole. It's underneath fruity mukbang. Some other cards want to come out too. Okay, so your positivity is going to actually get rid of all of the fear and the drama, and you have this fear of not accomplishing what you want. out of life. You have this fear that even if you put the effort in, you're not going to get what you want. And if you believe that, then it's not going to assist you in doing what you need to do. That's a rhetoric that you can let go of. And how you will let go of that, you can be like, I let go of the need to feel like I can't accomplish
my dreams. You know, um, I let go of the need to self sabotage because this is like a self sabotaging energy where you want to get away from the drama, but again, your negative self talk is sabotaging your progress, and so you kind of end up you're not in a bad place, but you're not where you want to be, and maybe you've been in this limbo for a long time, and it looks like it's because of these types of thoughts, like it seems like no matter what I do, I can't have what I want, or I'm not supported, or nobody's going to see me, no one's going to understand me. When you start to alchemize your energy, there is kind of like um, a gray period, okay, to where you feel better, but you don't see the results all the way yet. You know, you might even know what your purpose is, why you're here, why you're doing what you're doing, but and you might even be sharing on your platform and or whatever God has told you to do. You've written your book and you put it out and you don't see anybody buying. You know what I'm saying? I understand what those thoughts are, but you're supposed to continue to transmute any negativity that's coming up to be healed even while you're on your journey, on your path, and you're feeling better. You use the energy that you have garnered already. Like you already have done work. I can see here that you have done work. You've singing your cosmic song, and you have been being positive, your foodie mukbang or whatever. You have been doing what you need to do in order to embody, but you also push those energies away whenever you speak negatively on your progress, and you you have to really understand that you're the main character in your life and whatever you say goes. um and this is looks like an easy and quick fix, but it may not feel like it's an easy and quick fix. You might feel like alone or stuck, or you might feel like you've been in this space for a really long time. So my advice is always going to be to join the Patreon and my YouTube channel because honestly, um, that's the cheapest way for you to stay consistent because of the modalities that I've posted and just the things that the alchemical tips that I post anyway. And then the membership meetups that we have consistently. I'm sorry that we're not doing it this week, but it's just been like rapid pace traveling, and I'm still not done traveling, you know, and my period's about to come on. And so I don't really feel um like everything that I should have done to be together for this week and having like fairy club meetings and stuff, I haven't been able to do. And plus where I was at, the Wi-Fi stunk. I couldn't do anything. I was like, there's some videos that I uploaded. They seemed like they were uploading for freaking 3 days. And I'm like, what is going on? But anyway, and that was actually what our argument was about. Me and my our Airbnb host, who tried to, I don't even care, truly. It was just kind of like, this is what you're going to use to try to get me to leave. You're trying to, you don't want me around. You don't want my light around anymore. And this is what you're going to use, the Wi-Fi. And me asking you to reset the router. Nasty, very nasty word. Let's see what Spirit wants to say to just kind of wrap up this session, and I'm gonna let you guys go. Your crown chakra, it's come out in reverse. Crown chakra activation. Some of you guys are really blocking off your communication to your higher power, the source. You're not, that's why you feel disconnected too, like out of alignment and misplaced. When you don't like get into your space where you feel enriched, empowered, and nurtured and loved. See, once you reach a certain level spiritually, the spirit realm will go through phases. They don't baby you, where they don't just automatically give you everything, all the answers or whatever. You might feel like, hey, where's my spirit team? Where's my spirit guides? Where's my intuition? Where are my signs and symbols? They're gone. They're gone because you go in and out of being in alignment. And now you're being held accountable for all the knowledge, all of the wisdom, all of the work you have done. They're like, go ahead, we trust you. Go, you're strong enough. And you're like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. You know, you're like, please, just a little bit more time. And they're like, no, it's time. It's time now. Go forth. Use it. Use your knowledge. Use your wisdom. Use your strength. You got this. Even if you don't think you do, you do. Get on track. Stay on track. Stay in alignment. Stay in frequencies. Do your thing. Meditate every day. Eat your Wheaties. Nourish yourself. Nurture yourself. Encourage yourself. Support yourself. No one's coming to save you, and no one's going to do it for you. And that is the best thing for you. That's really what you want, because that's the only way you'll have your freedom. If someone else does any of this stuff for you, if there's something steps in, first of all, they'll be breaking the laws of the universe, okay? And that's how you become a demon. um, and also, you won't really ever know what it's like to be free and sovereign. So, this is really what you want. The struggle that you're facing, you wouldn't have it any other way. Trust me. Mwah. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.